Okay, so let me show you a bit of the applications now, because I wanted to show you a bit of this website. So I'm switching to my browser here. This is actually the Atomic Blue website with this nice blue ball at the beginning, and then here it is. So this is the Atomic Blue logo, and you can read a bit about our mission, which is basically making say great role-playing games and great morphs, and also having, let's say, a community of developers dedicated to it. And then you can read a bit about the members. There is not much on this website. It's mainly just 2 or 3 pages to make the people understand who is Atomic Blue and who are the directors and who is behind it. So this is my plane. Probably you know my plane already. I have advertised it quite a bit recently. You can search for characters in my plane, like you can search for myself here, for Talad if you don't have a login, and you can see my information. And obviously this is my developer account, so you should not really look at the skills and the other stuff, because I can change it at will, let's say. So, but these are my achievements. These achievements are actually real, so I didn't cheat. And so on, and faction. You can see the same for all the for any player, right? So if you log in, and for example here I'm logging in with myself, you see the 3 characters that are actually on my account, and you can also see a lot more. I mean, when you're logged in, you can see, for example, the players online, and you can check, let's say, what is the information of each of the players, like which are their achievements and so on. So like here we have one guy that is in PlaneShift since 2,500 hours. Wow. So and you can check your body list, you can check your guild members, you can change your settings and so on. So this is one of the website that we are maintaining, and we are trying to improve it more and more, and you have seen probably some news recently on it. And also tells you if the players is offline. At the moment I'm offline. So another website that I would like to show you is the PS Wiki. So the wiki is actually a public site. If you go and try to register for different reasons, we decided to block the registration because there were a lot of spam bots ravaging our website. So if you want to create an account here, no problem, just contact us. I just recently added the disclaimer at the beginning that tells you how to register. And this website is pretty cool because it contains, let's say, information created by the players on the different races, and then you have a lot of frequently asked question document. You have also some gameplay document, and this is also where we store our some of our engine documentation. So if you're just interested in how the engine works, for example, there is a server design document, an NPC client design document, and I mean there is a lot of information depending how techy you are. Okay, so another site that I wanted to show you is the bug tracker. So the bug tracker holds, say, all the information about the bugs and the feature requests that we have. For example, here you see a lot of features requests and a lot of bugs. I usually have a search that I use this one, that is the most critical bugs. And you can see, let's say, the bugs sorted by severity. Okay, so like here we have all the critical bugs that are still open. And if any of you want to tackle one of them, please go on and help us. And these are the ones that are high relevance and so on. This website is pretty cool. It's based on FlySpray, which is an open source bug tracking tool. And you can click on any of those and see all the history, see all the changes, and see what we are doing on it. And if you see, there is a lot of activity thanks to the usual super guys that help us, like really, like Welltol, like a lot of people here that helped in the past as well. So you will see, say, the activity here. So if you want to follow, let's say, the bugs that are getting fixed, you can check this website as well. Anyway, there is a lot of information, so you can easily get lost into it. Here is one of the internal websites, which is called the GM console. And from this website, you can actually let's say, search for accounts, characters, and so on. So for example, I can search for my account. Okay, so which is this one. So that is my account, and you can see, let's say, the information. You can see my character. You can click on any of the character, and you can see additional information, like for example, what are the inventory item that this character has. You can see, let's say, what are the latest commands that I've launched as a game master, and I was setting some of the skills on myself to test combat and test the latest changes that we did. You can review, let's say, each item and see, let's say, the information on the item itself. And so it's pretty deep on yeah, go back and the same you can do for a character search. So I can search for example again my character, and you can find it here. You can see again for that character all the information. Okay, then we have additional searches available here, like the guild search, the game master list. You can see the latest name changes, petitions, and so on, and review all the report log. For example, when you are reporting some abuse in game, this goes here, and the game masters can review it. Okay, that's about it, this one. Another one is the Chayos Library. This is a website that we use mainly from Prospect. They give you some information on, let's say, the rules of using the site, about how to develop and contribute to PlaneShift. There is a setting home as well. There is a crafting home and peer home and so on. Well, I'm not going to give you too much information on this one, because it is really deep, and there is a lot to say. So it will take too much time. But anyway, just to tell you that all this information is contained, and we have a lot of internal info, and the one that we are developing. Okay, another one is the Nexus website. On the Nexus website, actually we are managing, let's say, the contributions of the prospects. So we create tasks for the people, and we associate then these tasks to certain deliverables that we want them to create. So there are all my tasks, my account, and so on. And actually Nexus is divided in different departments. Usually when you create an account on it, you will not see all these departments. I've seen all of them because I'm an admin here, but you will see just the overview. But we are divided in departments, as you know, and so we can check and we can review, let's say, all the tasks for programming here. You will see a lot of red coming up because some of them are pretty old. But anyway, you can see some of this here. You can see the members. Overall, it takes a lot of time to actually manage prospects. I mean, we had in the history of PlaneShift about 1,800 people that had been registered on this site, and we say managed somehow. So it's a big amount of work to really manage the prospect. But at the end, I mean, it's the best way to have a game which is created also by the community, right? So it's not just created by us, by a few people, which is anyway exciting and one of the cool things of PlaneShift. So this website that I'm showing you now is the internal website, and is dedicated to it's called the web console, and is dedicated, let's say, to all the information about NPCs, quest items, action, location, rules, and so on. And for example, we can search for any NPC here, and for example I can search for Arnquist, and what I will find here is let's say well, first of all, it tells me also all the different information I select from the database that is doing. So if I want to go and check database, I can, but let's say the majority of the information is here on screen for me. So the name of the character, the description, all this information. If I click on him, I can see the description, I can modify the description, I can modify the name. Here I can see all his skills and capabilities and locations and his spawn rules and so on. I can also go and check his traits, so his face color, and this is where we decide say how the character are created and which face they have. The different factions, the KAs, which are, let's say, the knowledge area, so his ability to answer to your questions are contained in here. The quests that he works on, sorry, that he is involved on. So these are all the different quests that he has, and the items that he holds. So, and mainly the item that he holds have all the information about the one that he sells as well. Okay, Well, there is a lot to in this website. Again, it would take a lot of time if I have to go through all of it. But you can list also all the NPCs. You can view the NPCs on a map, which is pretty cool. So let me see what map I can show you. I can show you this one. You can also have a live view. I think that this map is not news to anyone now. But so the cool thing of that is that you can show you a live map of where the NPCs are. So I can click on, let's say, some of them, and I can see directly their names, and also I can click on it and go to his property page. Okay, which is cool. So I can do that for the same for all the maps that we have in the game. The majority are managed here, and so I can see more easily where the NPCs are. I can also see the merchant, the trainers, and the loot rules, and so on. So all of that can be, say, helps us to manage the game and to have a quick view on the game. Then I can see the quests as well that are available. These are all the different quests with say their prerequisites and so on. I can edit the quest if I want, and I can check, let's say, the information on it, and this is the actual script that is running the quest. Okay, so I have a lot of other capabilities, like I can check the items in game. I can click on all the items and see, for example, all the armors that are available, and see all the information. And mainly the editing of the items is done sometimes in Excel, just because it's a bit easier to do, but other times it's done here on this web tool. Okay, so this is mainly used for us to have a quick view on all the items and understand, okay, for example, how many shields we have in game. Okay, and these are all the shields, and what are the characteristics of these shields, and we can click and see the characteristics and decide maybe if we want to improve them or not. And then we have additional, say, statistical tools that we use for understanding if the shields are working properly, if the weapons are working properly, and so on. And yeah, and then we have here also some additional stuff like the rules, like our scripts, like the list of spells divided by you can see, for example, number of spells here that I divided by each way. A list of waypoints, natural resources. Natural resources are basically where you can mine, and so on. And you can edit all of that. So we use it mainly for viewing, but also sometimes for editing. And this is a great tool. We developed this tool basically from scratch. So statistics, well, in terms of statistics, I don't know which interesting ones we may have, but this section was mainly created to have an overview on how quickly, let's say, a character can gain certain stats. For example, what is the average today of the skills that we have in game in terms of intelligence, agility, endurance, or what are the how much time it takes to a player to get to a certain level. Unfortunately, this part has not been developed enough, and so some of them are really not working as we would like to. One that is working is the hardware review. And for the hardware, is telling you how many players we have with different operating system, and obviously is a very long list, mainly a very long list of not operating system, but a long list of graphical card. If you scroll down, you will see that yeah, the majority use NVIDIA card, GeForce 9400M, and then there are, if you see here, a bunch of video cards that are used by you guys, and that is what making our life a bit crazy in terms of compatibility, right? Because we need to make this compatible for you so that it works on all the different video cards. Okay, so I think that's it. I hope this give you a good overview of all our applications, our servers, and how we work. And there is still a lot of work to do on these web apps to make them really efficient for us. And we're continuously working on it. So speak to you soon in the next video. Bye bye.